Before we dive into this fascinating topic about financial habits, I'd like to ask for a moment of your time. If you appreciate quality content about personal finance and development, please don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel/page. Your support is crucial for us to continue producing relevant material and helping more people achieve financial prosperity. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. The path to financial prosperity is paved with daily habits that, over time, make all the difference between those who manage to build a financially stable life and those who constantly struggle with economic difficulties. It's important to emphasize that financial prosperity is not just a matter of luck or circumstances, but rather the result of conscious decisions and consistent actions taken day after day. By understanding and adopting these habits, anyone can begin to tread the path towards a healthier and more prosperous financial life. One of the most crucial habits that distinguish prosperous people is their commitment to detailed and consistent financial planning. Financially successful individuals don't leave their finances to chance. They regularly dedicate time to review their financial situation, set clear goals, and create strategies to achieve them. This planning includes developing a detailed monthly budget where every penny is accounted for and allocated with purpose. They not only record their expenses but also analyze spending patterns, identify areas for improvement, and adjust their consumption habits accordingly. Moreover, these people's financial planning goes beyond the short term. They establish medium and long-term financial goals, such as buying a house, creating an emergency fund, investing for retirement, and even plans to leave a legacy. In contrast, those facing financial difficulties often neglect this crucial aspect. They tend to live day by day, without a clear vision of where their money is going or how they could improve their financial situation. The lack of planning leaves them vulnerable to impulsive spending and unnecessary debt, creating a cycle of financial stress that's difficult to break. Another striking habit of prosperous people is their commitment to continuous financial education. They understand that the world of finance is constantly evolving, with new financial products, changes in legislation, and investment opportunities emerging regularly. Therefore, they dedicate time and resources to staying updated. This habit manifests itself in various ways: regular reading of books and articles on personal finance and investments, participation in workshops and seminars, following specialized podcasts and YouTube channels, and even seeking mentorship from experienced financial professionals. This constant pursuit of knowledge empowers them to make more informed financial decisions and take advantage of opportunities that others might not perceive. On the other hand, individuals who struggle financially often neglect their financial education. Whether due to lack of interest, time, or believing that finances are too complex, they miss opportunities to improve their financial situation simply by not understanding basic concepts of money management, investments, and financial planning. Discipline in controlling expenses is a habit that drastically separates prosperous people from those with financial difficulties. Financially successful individuals practice what many call living below their means. This means that, regardless of how much they earn, they consciously choose to spend less than their income allows. This discipline manifests itself in various daily practices, such as prioritizing needs over wants, researching prices before significant purchases, using credit wisely, and adopting a frugal but not miserable lifestyle. They know how to find the balance between saving and enjoying life. In contrast, those facing financial difficulties often fall into the trap of unbridled consumerism. They tend to spend impulsively, using credit irresponsibly, and often living beyond their means. This behavior not only hinders wealth accumulation but also creates a vicious cycle of debt and financial stress. One of the most distinctive habits of prosperous people is the consistent practice of saving and investing. They understand that true financial security doesn't just come from earning money, but from making money work for them. This habit usually begins with the principle of paying yourself first, where a percentage of income is automatically allocated to savings and investments before any other expense. Financially successful people don't see saving as something they do with what's left over at the end of the month. Instead, they treat it as a priority, often automating transfers to savings and investment accounts as soon as they receive their salaries. Additionally, they diversify their investments, understanding the importance of not putting all their eggs in one basket. This habit goes beyond simple money accumulation. It includes a long-term investment mindset, where they are willing to face short-term market volatility in exchange for potentially higher returns in the future. They also reinvest profits and dividends, leveraging the power of compound interest to accelerate their wealth growth. In contrast, those who struggle financially often neglect the importance of saving and investing. They may focus only on earning more, without thinking about how to grow their money. When they do save, they often do so inconsistently or only with what's left at the end of the month, which usually results in little or no wealth accumulation over time. A less obvious but equally crucial habit that distinguishes prosperous people is the adoption of a growth mindset and commitment to continuous learning. This mindset extends beyond finances and permeates all aspects of their lives. Financially successful individuals see challenges and failures as opportunities for learning and growth. They are not intimidated by financial obstacles but view them as problems to be solved. This attitude leads them to constantly seek ways to improve their skills, knowledge, and consequently, their financial situation. This habit manifests itself in various ways, such as regularly reading books not just about finance, but also about personal development, leadership, and entrepreneurship. They actively participate in courses and workshops to enhance professional and personal skills, seek mentors and connections with successful people in various areas, and are willing to experiment with new financial and business strategies, even if it means stepping out of their comfort zone. On the other hand, people facing financial difficulties often adopt a fixed mindset, believing that their skills and financial situation are immutable. They may feel overwhelmed by financial challenges and resist change, missing opportunities for growth and improvement. The way people manage their time has a direct impact on their financial prosperity. Financially successful individuals tend to be masters of time management, understanding that it is a resource as valuable as money. This habit manifests itself in various ways, such as prioritizing tasks, focusing on activities that bring the greatest return, whether in financial terms or personal development. They are skilled at eliminating distractions, reducing time spent on unproductive activities, such as excessive use of social media or watching too much TV. Efficient planning is a trademark of these individuals, who use planning techniques and productivity tools to maximize their efficiency. Furthermore, they know when it's more advantageous to delegate tasks, allowing them to focus on higher value activities. Prosperous people often adopt the practice of waking up early, using the first hours of the day for important activities such as exercise, meditation, planning the day, or working on personal projects. This habit gives them an advantage, allowing them to accomplish crucial tasks before the demands of the day begin to accumulate. In contrast, those who struggle financially often have difficulty managing their time efficiently. They may spend hours on activities that don't contribute to their financial or personal growth, wasting opportunities to improve their situation. A frequently underestimated but extremely valuable habit is building and maintaining a solid network of relationships. Prosperous people understand that success is rarely achieved in isolation and that relationships can open doors to valuable opportunities. This habit includes active participation in networking events and professional conferences, cultivating relationships with mentors and successful people in their areas of interest, willingness to help others in their network, creating a cycle of reciprocity, and strategic use of social media platforms to build and maintain professional connections. Moreover, financially successful people tend to surround themselves with individuals who inspire and motivate them. They understand that the people they spend the most time with significantly influence their habits, attitudes, and consequently, their financial success. On the other hand, those facing financial difficulties often neglect the importance of networking, missing valuable opportunities for learning, partnerships, and even career advancements that could significantly improve their financial situation. A notable habit among prosperous people is the constant focus on creating and maintaining multiple sources of income. They understand that relying on a single source of income is risky and limiting for financial growth. This habit manifests itself in various ways, such as investing in side businesses or side hustles, developing skills that can be monetized beyond their main job, investing in assets that generate passive income, such as rental properties or stock dividends, and exploring freelance or consulting opportunities in their areas of expertise. Prosperous people are always alert to new opportunities to generate income and are not afraid to invest time and resources in developing these additional sources. They understand that diversifying their income sources not only increases their financial security but also accelerates their path to financial independence. In contrast, those who struggle financially often content themselves with a single source of income, usually their main job. This makes them vulnerable to financial setbacks and limits their potential for wealth growth. A frequently neglected but crucial habit for long-term financial success is consistent care for physical and mental health. Prosperous people understand that their health is their most valuable asset and that neglecting it can have significant financial consequences. This habit includes regular physical exercise, adopting a balanced and nutritious diet, prioritizing adequate and quality sleep, engaging in stress management practices such as meditation or mindfulness, and regular medical checkups and preventive care. By taking care of their health, prosperous people not only reduce the risk of unforeseen medical expenses but also increase their productivity, energy, and ability to make wise financial decisions. Additionally, good health allows them to continue working and generating income for longer, which is crucial for long-term wealth accumulation. In contrast, those facing financial difficulties often neglect their health, whether due to lack of time, resources, or simply not prioritizing it. This can lead to health problems that not only affect their quality of life but can also result in significant medical expenses and loss of productivity. A fundamental habit that distinguishes prosperous people is setting clear and specific goals, accompanied by regular review of their progress. They don't just dream of a better future but define concrete and measurable objectives for every aspect of their financial lives. This habit involves setting short, medium, and long-term goals for their finances, breaking larger objectives into smaller, achievable steps, regularly reviewing, monthly, quarterly, and annually, their progress towards established goals, and adjusting strategies and plans as needed based on these reviews. Prosperous people not only set goals, but they write them down, visualize them regularly, and share them with trusted individuals to increase their accountability. They celebrate achievements along the way but are also quick to identify areas that need improvement. In contrast, those who struggle financially often have only a vague notion of where they want to go financially, without concrete goals or plans to achieve them. Without clear direction, they tend to make short-term financial decisions that can harm their long-term objectives. A less obvious but equally important habit that characterizes prosperous people is the cultivation of gratitude and generosity. It may seem counterintuitive, but the regular practice of gratitude and the act of giving can have a significant positive impact on financial prosperity. This habit manifests itself in various ways, such as maintaining a gratitude journal where they regularly record things they are grateful for, engaging in philanthropic activities and volunteering, donating a percentage of their income to causes they value, and sharing knowledge and skills with others without expecting immediate return. Gratitude helps maintain a positive perspective, even in the face of financial challenges, and reduces the tendency towards impulsive consumerism as it promotes satisfaction with what one already has. Generosity, in turn, not only benefits others but also expands the network of relationships and can open doors to new opportunities. Additionally, prosperous people often report that the practice of generosity helps them maintain a healthy relationship with money, seeing it as a means to do good, rather than an end in itself. In contrast, those facing financial difficulties often adopt a scarcity mindset, focusing only on what they lack and failing to appreciate what they already have. This perspective can lead to financial decisions based on fear and anxiety, rather than on a clear and positive vision of the future. A crucial habit that distinguishes prosperous people is their ability to adapt and be resilient in the face of financial changes and challenges. The economic world is constantly evolving, and those who thrive are those who can quickly adjust to new realities. This habit includes maintaining a robust emergency fund to deal with unforeseen events, diversifying investments to mitigate risks, constantly updating professional skills to remain relevant in the job market, and flexibility to adjust financial plans in response to economic or personal changes. Prosperous people see economic crises not just as challenges, but also as opportunities. They are able to stay calm and make rational decisions even in periods of financial turbulence, often taking advantage of these situations to invest and grow when others are retreating. In contrast, those who struggle financially often become paralyzed in the face of economic challenges. The lack of a contingency plan and inflexibility in their financial habits make them vulnerable to significant setbacks when facing unexpected changes. As we analyze these daily habits that differentiate prosperous people from those living with financial difficulties, it becomes clear that financial prosperity is not a matter of luck or circumstance, but rather the result of consistent decisions and actions over time. The habits discussed, from meticulous financial planning and continuous financial education to cultivating gratitude and resilience, form a holistic set of practices that not only impact finances but also improve overall quality of life. It's important to emphasize that adopting these habits doesn't guarantee immediate financial success, but it creates a solid foundation for long-term financial growth and stability. The journey to financial prosperity is an ongoing process of learning, adaptation, and personal growth. For those currently facing financial difficulties, the message is one of hope. Positive changes are possible. Starting to incorporate some of these habits, even gradually, can lead to significant improvements in financial situations over time. Remember, the path to financial prosperity is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to learn and adapt continuously. By adopting these habits and maintaining them consistently, anyone can begin to tread the path towards a more prosperous and satisfying financial life. Finally, it's crucial to understand that true prosperity goes beyond the accumulation of material wealth. It encompasses a sense of financial security, the freedom to make meaningful life choices, and the ability to contribute positively to society. By cultivating these habits, you're not just building a solid financial foundation, but you're also investing in a richer and fuller life in every sense.